What's up, everybody? It's me, the guy that does things. We all love to shove things up our rectums, if I'm not mistaken. I'm probably mistaken, to be fair. I haven't shoved things up my rectum before. At least I think so. Anyways, let's continue with what this video is about. Quora! Place where you can find some weird ass questions and some weird ass answers. Let's start with the first one. I like what he says underneath his name. I like fucking myself. That's absolutely wonderful. That's a wonderful start. I can already tell this one's gonna be good. I'm quite a horny teenager. I'm straight and stuff, but sometimes I imagine my friend sticking his long and thick dick up my arse. Well, that is absolutely wonderful. I don't know why you imagine that. Nothing wrong with it. I don't know why, though. Oh, you said you're horny, I guess. You're so goddamn horny you want some dick up your ass. That's wonderful. I don't know why you have to really elaborate the point that you're straight, but let's continue. The fetish to butt stuff started when I tried to put my finger up my bum a year ago when I had showers. I was always scared, but I did it. Well, that's good. You came out of your shell and you stuck your finger up your bum. Took your anal virginity. Wonderful. It felt really good, like tingling around your arsehole, and oh, did it feel good now? I don't know if I want to try it myself. I'm good. I don't think I want to stick my finger up my butt. Since then, I have played with my fingers usually. I would also shove ping pong balls up my arse. AirPods, headphones, forks, pencils, buttons, mop stick, toothbrush, toilet brush, and much more. Toilet brush? Are you talking about those things that like you fucking put in the toilet to like wipe off shit that gets stuck on the toilet? Because cause that is disgusting. I mean, you're probably sticking the end that you grab onto, not the end that you put into the toilet to wipe off the shit. Toothbrush. Now, do you stick the bristles up your asshole or do you stick the stick up your ass? You didn't specify on that part. Mop stick, that one's specified. And besides, you can't really shove the mop up there. Buttons. What, from like shirts? Just buttons that broke off or just random buttons you find laying around? Pencils, sharpened or not sharpened? That's really important. Because, I mean, one's gonna hurt like hell, the other one should be fine. Forks. Okay. I'm gonna guess sharpened pencils then. You shove forks up your ass. Okay. Headphones. I don't even know how you would do a headphone. How the fuck? You have a loose asshole. Let me tell you that. AirPods, ping pong balls, great, wonderful. I even poured water up my arse and it felt really good. Oh, that's good. Did you like do one of those handstands and pour water up your ass like that, or did you just like threw it up your asshole while standing up? That's a really good way to clean your asshole, by the way. I just love the feeling of fucking myself, and I usually masturbate and finger myself for extra pleasure. I'm straight, but again, it would be amazing to know how it feels like to be fucked and cummed inside. I also like rubbing my arsehole with coconut oil because it feels really good. It's absolutely wonderful. Keep rubbing your asshole with coconut oil. You might feel some kind of sensation. You might feel like closer to God, honestly. You never know. I don't know about the whole being fucked and cummed inside part. If you really want to know how it feels like, just, I guess, find some other dude that's gay and figure it out together. Or just find someone that also wants to do something like that, except they want to be the one to shove the cock up the ass. And the feeling of fucking yourself? That's wonderful, sir. You fucking jerk your dick while shoving fingers up your ass. That's double the pleasure, double the fun, I guess. What's the next one? I'm gonna skip the stories that don't have anything to do with sticking stuff up your rectum, because that's kind of what I came here for. Also, in the next video, I'm gonna talk about this one. What's the difference between a male's anus and a female's anus? That one sounds pretty interesting. I personally don't know the difference, so it's wonderful to figure it out. When I was 14, oh, I just realized it says anal sissy right under her name. That is completely wonderful. Juliet Starling, you are a wonderful person. When I was 14, I had no idea how. I just knew I needed something in my ass. What a great start. Yep. I just wanted something inside my ass, so I just needed it. I felt the burning sensation up my asshole, and I just had to put it in. And it's like a drug addict with drugs. They just feel like they need to do the drugs. So I carved a dildo out of wood. That's wonderful. And put a condom on it. You didn't really need the condom. It was pretty uncomfortable though. Lots of hard edges. Yeah, I'd assume that's uncomfortable. And probably a little painful. I found other things to put in my butt after that. Well, why didn't you give us the story? What other things did you put up your ass after that one? The dildo wood, or the wooden dildo sounds wonderful, but I would love to hear about the other things you shoved up your ass. And damn, you just straight up carved a dildo out of wood just because you wanted to? And that's some skill, I guess. You should probably do wood carvings for people. I don't know if this is weird, but I shoved a pen in there to start small. I'm not the hugest fan of anal at all. It's a good rhyme. Is that what you're going for? Nice poetry, William Shakespeare. Um, well, pens are pretty small, I guess. It's definitely smaller than the dildo that the previous person carved out of wood. And then the person that shoved the headphones up his ass, I don't even know how you would get a headphone up there. I've used some in the past to kind of figure out what work. You have used what in the past? Sunflowers and roses? You shoved sunflowers and roses up your ass? Oh, what is it? David D. lives in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, 2000 present. Nice, nice. I would censor these names out, but I mean, they're the ones publicly putting these names on Quora and writing these stories down. It, from what I can tell, you can remain anonymous if you want to. These people didn't, so I'm not gonna bother censoring their name. Just don't. I wouldn't want you to go harass these people or anything for the weird shit they do, because I'm not here to judge or anything. I'm just here to talk about it and say stupid things. That's all. When I was a kid, I inserted the thick wooden handle of a pair of garden shears using cooking oil as lubricant. It was the thickest thing I'd used up to that time. Really? Up to that time? What's the thickest thing you've used since now? I laid there and masturbated for a while, then heard my mom yelling because she couldn't find the shears, lol. I had to hide them until I could wash off the oil. Must have been a horrible... Well, you're not just gonna be washing off the oil. You gotta wash off the stinky smell of poop from the handle, right? It's kind of disgusting. Can you imagine? You're gonna get pink eye from this, obviously. But can you imagine just your mom yelling at you, David, where did you put the garden shears? I need it. The leaf, they're growing bigger and bigger. I need it. I need to cut it off. Come on. Where is it? I don't know, Mom. I put it somewhere. You probably lost it, honestly. Go look for it elsewhere. Okay, what kind of excuses would you have to come up with? To be fair, you wouldn't have to come up with the most intelligent excuses, honestly. Honestly, you could just straight up tell her you shoved it up your ass. Why not? Just tell her that. JC in North Texas lives in Frisco. TX 2016 present. I don't know what that means, or at least the 2016 present part. I have one of those bad dragon horse cock dildos. Good start. It's 24 longish, fills me up, and you can see it poke my belly out when it's all the way in. That is uncomfortable as fuck. Do you actually feel pleasure from that? Just seeing, like, something poke out of your stomach? How do you even get something inside your rectum that far up your rectum where it's actually poking your stomach? I don't know. Belly, I guess, more accurately, because I mean, stomach has stomach acid. You probably burn the tip off the dragon horse cock dildo. Oh, actually, no, the stomach acid isn't that powerful. I have one of those dog cock dildos. No, it is pretty powerful. Never mind. A few plugs that are super wide. Other than toys, my ex fisted me once. Wonderful. Did he get everything in? Fucking arm deep inside your colon. I used a cucumber on myself when I was a teenager and didn't have a toy. I read a story about how someone got a cucumber stuck up their ass and they needed help to get it out. And like true core people, they gave him the most terrible advice ever. The fourth step was literally just pray to God that you get it out. A hot dog wiener that I ended up eating afterwards. That's about it. Why would you eat the hot dog wiener after shoving up your colon? You know the colon is really, really, really unclean, especially when you just wipe it. because you're just wiping fecal matter all over your butthole and ass hair as well. To really clean the rectum, you need to shoot water up in there like you're anally penetrating yourself, or you're giving yourself a prostate exam by using water. You fucking put that shit on max for max efficiency and also max anal virginity stealage. Shooting water up your butt, I don't know if that feels comfortable at all because I've never actually done it. The way I clean my ass was by spreading my butt cheeks in the shower and let the shower hit my butthole. That's usually how I clean it. I've never used a bidet before, but maybe I should get to using a bidet because I really need a clean asshole. I don't know. Wiping hurts sometimes, especially when you do it really fucking tough. I swear to God, I'm like peeling off my skin. My butthole's starting to look like Freddy Krueger's face, or Deadpool's disgusting ass looking face as well. Let's continue with the next one. Weirdest thing I've put in my ass would have to be eggs, chicken eggs to be exact. Studies anal masturbation, that is wonderful. Expected 2027. What does that mean? Expected to have a kid at 2027? Or expected to shove more things up their ass at 2027? Or, oh, expected to graduate in 2027. That could be it, actually. And also, there is no way. Do you actually study anal masturbation? There's no way that's an actual thing. I've never heard of that. What would the degree be called? Anatology? Masturbatoriumtology or some shit? Alright. Terrible pun, by the way. Honestly, I felt my soul leave my body right out of my rectum. I shoved my soul up my rectum, like how you guys shove stuff up your rectum, except this one left my rectum. Kind of like how the eggs would leave his rectum later on in the story. Because I've read this one. This one's good. Sorry, I really do love it when I first put them in because they are straight out of the fridge. They are cold. That is wonderful. And I could tell how deep they get. Plus, the size of them means they can go as deep as they want and not get stuck. How deep can it go? Honestly, I got 10 up inside me, and that's 10 past my anus. That's wonderful, but how deep did it go? Do you know? Were you able to keep track of how far it went up your butthole? Did you do one of those handstands and just let it like fall into your anus? And through my colon, I like to push them as deep as they can go, even if I can't touch them with my fingers. I love the feeling. I've even gotten a dildo to see how far I could ram them up me. I got it so that the dildo without the base was close to slipping in my colon. That dildo is about 6 to 7 inches. The best part is feeling them come out an hour later at about 15 minutes apart. Or if I'm using the dildo while they are in me. Still, I masturbate with dildos. That's wonderful. Why are you keeping track of when they come out and how far apart they come out from? Like, that is something speedrunners do. Like, frame 3, you have invincibility frames, so you don't have to worry on frame 3 of getting hit by this piranha plant. Why the fuck are you paying attention to when they come out and at what times they come out? You know what? Why am I questioning this? I said I won't judge, but I'm gonna judge on that part. I don't know why you're timing these things. Are you about to do a speed run of how many eggs you could get out of your ass or something? Sometimes I watch them shoot out about 6, one after another, and the final 2 half an hour later. You watch them shoot out? Do you stare at your colon and do you put a camera up to your butthole and just watch it come out? When I forgot them and fallen asleep at night with them in, and as I woke up, I still had them in my ass, was tightened up again, and they felt so good coming out. I even moaned without meaning to because of them, and that doesn't happen very often. Well, that's wonderful. Yeah, that's great. Do the eggshells not break inside your butthole, though? Because that would feel very, very uncomfortable. Can you imagine shitting out eggshells? Oh my god, that would suck ass. Like the shit bricks, except you're shitting out eggshells. I can't see that being comfortable at all. Especially late at night. What if you just wake up in the middle of the night? You know how you have the dreams where you're constantly falling? And when you finally hit the ground, you just wake up and fucking bounce out of bed? This guy probably bounces out of bed when the eggshells just break inside his body. Not sure. Not sure. It's the weirdest, but it was dang sure the coldest. I filled 20-ounce Coke bottles with water and froze them. Then I would cut the plastic off and put the ice up my butt. One time I got 2 up there. How the hell did you get 2 up there? That is impressive, actually. Put that on the Guinness World Records. Holy shit. And checked my body temperature. It went from 97.6 normal for me to 92.4. Made me dizzy until my body temperature went back to normal, but it felt great. Well, of course it'd make you feel dizzy. You're shoving 2 icicles up your asshole. And your temperature, that is not safe temperature. You should probably not do that. I mean, if it felt great, I guess it felt great, right? If it made you feel happy, it made you feel happy. Nothing you can really do about that. What's the weirdest thing you've put up in your anus? I've put just about everything in my ass, but maybe a package of peanut M&Ms and a stick of butter with some chicken bones followed by some milk duds. And then wait, they let you know when it's time. Wherever you are, they come out. I had just left the grocery store and was about to get in my car. Only 2 people saw what was coming out, and they left in a hurry. I have a lot of questions here. First off, a stick of butter, chicken bones, milk duds, and peanut M&Ms. Why would you stick all of those things up your ass at the same time too? Because that's impressive, first of all. Stick of butter. What if that stick of butter melted inside your anus? Same with the M&Ms and milk duds. How are you going to clean that? Especially the butter. That shit is going to be so oily and buttery inside your butthole. How the fuck are you going to clean that shit? And you're definitely not going to wipe that shit out with toilet paper. You're not getting any of that out. I just realized under his name it says, I am a masturbator, and his last name is Collins. That is so perfect. Andy Collins? You cannot get more perfect than that. Chicken bones. The chicken bones I can see you easily getting out. The other things, I'm not too sure, man. They're gonna melt inside your butthole. Do you like the feeling of it when it comes out of your butt? Also, the last part. Only 2 people saw what was coming out. How did they see it coming out, first of all? Were you running around mooning people or something? Did you have your butt cheeks exposed or some shit? How the hell would they know what was coming out? And they left in a hurry? Of course they left in a hurry. Why would they want to see someone shitting out chicken bones, sticks of butters, peanut butter M&Ms, and milk duds? I don't think anyone would want to see that. It's a horrifying image. Anonymous. This is what I mean, yeah, you can just stay anonymous. These people didn't. So that's why I think they're comfortable sharing stuff like this. Well, here goes. This may be tame compared to other people experiences, but for me it was a first and it wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. I met up with an acquaintance for a session of BDSM. Wonderful start. Wonderful start. Now, we had discussed this fully leading up to the day it happened. We were fully prepared. Good, at least you prepared yourself. I purchased earlier a vat of lubricant. I jest, it was only a small tube. I have never used a butt plug before, and though I was nervous, it was never as bad as I imagined it would be. I've never used a butt plug either, so maybe I should try it. Hit me up, man. This is the same exact story. I read this one. I read through most of these. These aren't really new to me. Because the only reason why I wanted to make this video is because I read all of this. With some of these ones, I don't think I've read. What does a male anus look like? Now that sounds interesting. I've never read that one. I could read that one together in the next video. This one looks interesting, but I'm not gonna. Actually, I'll read it. Oh wait, no, I've read this. This guy apparently shoves a lot of things up his rectum, and they have to go to ER to help remove these things. Apparently, he has car toys and a glass light bulb. Oh my god. I just read further, which broke and required internal stitches. That reminds me of the one guy, one jar shock video that everyone saw on the internet. No shit, that's gonna hurt. Whew. The gentleman would say he understood that he shouldn't insert those things into his rectum, but then a few months later, he would be back with something else in there. Well, something else, right? He didn't stick the same things back into his rectum. He stuck other things into his rectum. So technically, he did. He did listen to you. I am starving. I hope you guys can hear my stomach. I have never inserted anything in my rectum. Once my doctor inserted his finger. I know now my prostate is okay. What do you want to know? Why do you want to know? Well, you didn't have to write that, sir. This one, oh my god, when I first read it, it like caught me off guard. Usually that doesn't happen often. The other things, they're fine and tame. This one though, this is something else. What is the weirdest thing you peed or pooped on? I peed on my best friend's sister right off the bat. That's just weird. While she peed on me, I read further and goddamn, what the fuck? We were in a lake swimming, and we just wrapped our legs around each other so that her vagina was up against my thigh, and my dick was pressed against her leg, and we both released. I could feel her stream, and she felt mine. It was pretty erotic. Reading that really caught me off guard. What the fuck? And this guy studies human sexuality? It's perfect. I mean, it'd be even more perfect if he studies human piss. Is this guy Pissmaster or something? Like, what the fuck is this shit? This is. Although, what I'm kind of disappointed on in this story is the fact that he didn't talk about what's the weirdest thing he pooped on. I was kind of curious on that too. Did he poop on his best friend while his best friend was pooping on him? That'd be pretty crazy. I wonder if he let his best friend know about this, or if the sister ever mentioned this. And I hope these people were at legal age. I hope so, because this would be weird if it wasn't. Really weird. I just want to leave the story at that and not delve deeper into that one. Although I'm still really interested on the pooping on part. What's the weirdest thing this guy pooped on? I really, really want to know, but we're only getting the first part of the story, which is great, I guess. Maybe I should figure it out. No, I think I'm good, actually. Yeah, I hope the best friend knows about this. Oh, actually, nah, they probably keep it a secret. Well, I think that's a good end to this one. If you guys want to see me S rank all the bosses in Cuphead, not including the DLCs, because I kind of came up with this challenge before without thinking of the DLCs. If you want to see me S rank all the bosses in Cuphead with every single weapon, check me out on twitch.tv/okok10, replace the first O with 0, and you find my channel. And we can talk about some weird things. If you want, we could talk about these things I found in Quora. I don't really mind. If you want to, of course. Anyways, see you guys in the next one or at my stream. Goodbye.